hear me out. Maybe, just maybe, it's not the products that are not working, it's just the system that wasn't working. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel where beauty meets purpose and transformation begins. My name is Bethy. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy you're here. On today's topic, we're gonna talk about self-care. Today's episode, I'm gonna share one of my goals for this year and what I'm doing to hit that goal, to achieve that goal. And keep watching. It might not be what you think it is. The past few years have been one of the hardest, but maybe the most necessary, most amazing years of my life. I say it's amazing because I see the person I'm becoming and I'm loving the person I'm becoming. Unfortunately, those last 3 years, I've just neglected self-care. Self-care had to take a back seat while I had to deal with, things I neglected at the time was that everything that was going on the inside was gonna eventually show on the outside, and that's exactly what happened. I started seeing differences in my hair, my skin, the way my hair didn't need that much maintenance. Normally, it's so easy to handle. I would just put it in a bun or a wash and go, and it would be okay. But I started seeing it constantly fall out because obviously I wasn't taking care of what was going on the inside. So the outside just started showing. But before I found out it was something to do with what's going on the inside, I switched so many products. I was like, okay, this is not working. I'm going to buy another product. I look at another review on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, and I'm buying all these products to no avail. Maybe at the lowest point of this whole journey was, I know I'm laughing about it. I probably shouldn't. But when the depression really hit, and the way I knew is when I actually dyed my hair. I dyed my hair 2 years ago, and the person who dyed my hair actually said they weren't bleaching it, but they did. So anyways, they bleached my hair, so my hair just like kept falling out. If you're a female, if a girl's cutting her hair, getting a new piercing or a tattoo or something, it has to do with a lot of like heartbreaks. Usually, hey, you might not be on that boat, but I was like, I want to change something about myself. Let me just go get my hair colored, even though my hair wasn't healthy already. Dealing with the internal stuff is very important, but today we're not going to talk about that. That's a topic for another day. First things first, let go of the idea there's a quick fix. There's no magic conditioner, there's no magic deep conditioner, shampoo, hair moisturizer that just like fixes your hair completely. At least not that I know of, that I've tried. So if even in the future I come up here and I say, hey, this product changed my life, da 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 da, it really didn't. Like, it's more so like there's a placebo effect of like seeing a hair difference right away, or whatever product that we're doing, but like the true testament of the product is actually built in the system that you create to make that product work properly. When you go on TikTok, I mean, TikTok has robbed me blind. I've spent so much money on there. But if you go on there and they say, oh, this product made my hair grow in 2 weeks, inches, it's cap. Like, it's cap. That's not to mean that like finding the right products for your hair is important. It's very important. Finding your hair type. Do you have high porosity, low porosity? Do you have a 4A, 3B, 4C hair? Each hair has its own products. They absorb moisture differently. Therefore, finding your product is very important. But switching products is not going to get you the results. Instead, you have to focus on what's going to make the product work the way it was ought to work. So now you found your right products. I normally showcase the products that I'm using over and over on my Instagram or TikTok. So even on this video, you might see a few products that I'm using right now. Once you find your products, figure out what style can you do that is low maintenance. If it's low maintenance, it is likely that you're going to repeat that style. It needs to be low maintenance, but also stylish, or something that you can put in different styles throughout the week, or even weeks, to style it so it doesn't get boring. It has to be something that you can easily get to the roots, in my personal opinion, because that's where hair growth and hair care needs to take place. For me as an entrepreneur, and I can boldly say that now, thank God, as an entrepreneur, I need a hairstyle that is less maintenance. And I don't have, because my schedule is very unpredictable and I don't know what my days look like. I have to have a style that is going to last me long but also look good throughout the weeks so that I don't have to change it quickly. ADHD. It's the thing. I don't like the same style for more than a week. So if I'm putting it down like this, I'm probably gonna put it up in like a few days. So I need that kind of versatility. Versatility. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be versatile. Hey. Okay. So the old like wash and goes were not working for me because by day 3, I'm looking like an overused mop. And it's kind of embarrassing, honestly, but uh, you also kind of start caring less about how you present yourself, which is not ideal, honestly speaking. You should not care about what people think, but more so like your outside should also kind of represent what you feel on the inside. So at the end of last year, 2023, I started noticing that like my sister's hair is growing ridiculously. Like I was like, okay, what are you doing? And she's very good at taking care of her hair. So I'm like, give me the tea, spill the tea, sis. She said she puts them in like small micro twists. And I was like, okay, that actually is like something I can do because then I can put them in different styles. I can put them up, I can put them in a bun and still feel like it's fresh. Also, I don't have to do them every week because these do take time. They take up to 4 or 5 hours for me at least. I'm either like listening to a podcast while I'm doing it or watching a show, multitasking while I'm doing it. You also don't need a mirror to do these because I basically just like part them in like with my hand and just braid the roots so that the roots are gonna stay still and then you start twisting it. But before that, I noticed my hair is more manageable and easy to detangle if I blow dried it. So I blow dried it on low heat, nothing so major that you're not trying to straighten your hair or anything like that. So I blow dry my hair, and then after I blow dry my hair, I put in heat protector, obviously, a moisturizer, and then I put a like an oil type of thing to seal the moisture. And then I go in with my twists. I slowly start from the back and then I braid the first few strands and then twist them. There's so many videos on YouTube on how to do that. This is not a tutorial of how to do twists, but if you are interested on how I do it, I will be glad to show you. And then after I do that, I just let it stay, put oil on my scalp, make sure it's moisturized, make sure the end strands are getting all the moisture because you want to make sure your roots and then the ends are getting all the moisture because these tend to dry very fast, and this is where the root of your hair grows. So you want to make sure it's like watering pretty much. So you want to make sure it's moisturized but also not over moisturized where it's blocking, and you don't want to put products that are so heavy on your scalp for the scalp to kind of breathe. And if you want to maintain it for longer than a week or two, which is what I wanted. This is actually 3 week old right now. I know. Can you imagine? This is actually 3 weeks old. So what I would put is like apple cider vinegar on a cotton ball and then just like clean the at least the front and then kind of redo the front if you want to refresh it, and then you can keep it that way. Now I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 months now, and I've seen my hair grow tremendously. I've actually cut it a couple of times still, and you can still see, well, you don't see it, but I see it. But I will definitely come back and show any changes. It's also like, it kind of like narrows down the amount of stress that I have about washing my hair. Because as a black woman who has natural hair, it even if you don't have natural hair, just taking care of a black woman's hair is time consuming. If it's not time consuming, it is money consuming. Something is getting consumed. You got it. That was such a bad British accent. It is time consuming. You don't want to spend so much time doing it, and then you're gonna start hating it. And I've seen people like kind of chop it off again because the amount of stress that it creates to take care of your hair kind of gets to you, you know. And so we're trying to minimize that. So I'm not saying mini twists are for everybody. It might not be for you. This is not maybe the style you want, and that is completely fine. Figure out what style works for you. Even if it's straightening, I am not against straightening. If that's a style that you can maintain, you're taking care of your scalp, you're not using too much heat, and you're doing it on a regular basis where, you know, you're taking breaks in between to make sure your hair is not like damaged. I think whatever style is appropriate for you is gonna work for you. I like this style just because it is low maintenance, but also it gives me the looks that I want when I want them. So it's pretty much like a straight hair, if you will. So I can put them in a bun, I can put them down, and especially for someone who works out regularly, I wanted a style that allows air to kind of like pass through the scalp so it doesn't, you know, get dirty quick. I think everybody knows that they need to take care of themselves. All these things, there's so many content out there about self-care, maybe too many content, but the self-care also obviously it starts inside. Taking care of your mental health is very important. Taking care of your physical health is very important. And so when we're talking about hair care appearance, I think everybody knows that they know what to do when it comes to that. But that I think there's always a disconnect between what we know we ought to do and then what we actually do. So this is probably a theme you're gonna keep seeing on this channel. Figuring out what that gap is, I feel like is gonna get us closer to fulfillment in life. Figuring out, okay, I need to do these things. I know what to do. And how can I do that? We are doing those things together, and if we're growing and glowing together, then we're able to kind of narrow the gap between what we ought to do and what we actually do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I crack myself up. Wanted us to kind of figure out things in our life that needs improvement, things in our life that, you know we can do better in our life. Why don't we do them together? Let's just grow and glow together. If you have any questions, suggestions, any comments, please do let me know. Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for all the wonderful things you've told me from the videos before. More videos like that will be coming soon. Have a beautiful day.